Hello, my name is Tom Funk. I am a naturalist from the Outdoor Discovery Center in Holland. Well, I'm going to start again really quick in case you didn't hear me. My name is Tom Funk. I'm a naturalist here at the Outdoor Discovery in Holland. You can see I'm in one of the rooms filled with taxidermy. The Outdoor Discovery Center is open every day of the year. The trails are open from sunrise to sunset, so you're all welcome to come, and it's free to come every day. Check out our calendar for programs we run here. We have all kinds of cool stuff to see. We've got 3 miles of trails. We have an amazing visitor center that's open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. That's the only building open to the public. But there's cool stuff to see on our trails. We have a bird of prey building with 20 rescue birds of prey, such as hawks, eagles, falcons, vultures, and owls. And that's all included in that total price of free. So please come and visit us. We're on the south side of Holland on Lincoln Avenue or 56th Street. So today I am here to share one of my absolute favorite storybooks with you. And I actually have to tell you, I used one from home, and my 3-year-old son, I had to bargain with him in order to borrow it because he insisted, "It's my book, Daddy, it is not yours." So, without further ado, I am going to start reading our book. And here it is. The book is called The Gruffalo. The Gruffalo is by Julia Donaldson, with pictures by Axel Scheffler. Okay, so here we go. Nice picture of the woods. The Gruffalo. A mouse took a stroll through the deep, dark wood. A fox saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. "Where are you going to, little brown mouse?" "Come and have lunch in my underground house." "It's terribly kind of you, fox, but no, I'm going to have lunch with a Gruffalo." "A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo?" "A Gruffalo? Why, didn't you know?" There's the fox talking to the mouse. "He has terrible, terrible tusks and terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws." "Where are you meeting him?" "Why, here by these rocks. And his favorite food is roasted fox." "Roasted fox? I'm off," Fox said. "Goodbye, little mouse," and away Fox sped. Silly old fox, doesn't he know there's no such thing as a Gruffalo? On went the mouse through the deep, dark wood. An owl saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. "Where are you going to, little brown mouse?" "Come and have tea in my treetop house." "It's frightfully nice of you, owl, but no, I'm going to have tea with a Gruffalo." "A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo?" "A Gruffalo? Why, didn't you know?" Whoops, get that in there. "He has knobbly knees and turned out toes and a poisonous wart on the end of his nose." "Where are you meeting him?" "Well, here by the stream. And his favorite food is owl ice cream." "Owl ice cream, to wit, to who? Goodbye, little mouse," and away owl flew. Silly old owl, doesn't he know there's no such thing as a Gruffalo? There goes owl. On went the mouse through the deep, dark wood. A snake saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. "Where are you going to, little brown mouse?" "Come for a feast in my log pile house." "It's wonderfully good of you, snake, but no, I'm having a feast with a Gruffalo." "A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo?" "A Gruffalo? Why, didn't you know?" His eyes are orange. His tongue is black. He has purple prickles all over his back. Where are you meeting him? Well, here by this lake, and his favorite food is scrambled snake. Scrambled snake, it's time I hid. Goodbye, little mouse. And away Snake slid. There's Snake going away. Silly old Snake. Doesn't he know? There's no such thing as a Gruffalo. Okay. There's no such thing as a Gruffalo. Oh no, what's that? But who is this creature with terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws? He has knobbly knees and turned out toes and a poisonous wart on the end of his nose. His eyes are orange. His tongue is black. He's got purple prickles all over his black. Oh, help. Oh, no. It's a Gruffalo. My favorite food, the Gruffalo said. You'll taste good on a piece of bread. Good, said the mouse. Don't call me good. I'm the scariest creature in this wood. Just walk behind me and soon you'll see everyone is afraid of me. All right, said the Gruffalo, bursting with laughter. You go ahead and I'll follow after. They walked and walked till the Gruffalo said, I hear a hiss in the leaves ahead. It's Snake, said the mouse. Why, Snake, hello. Snake took one look at the Gruffalo. Oh, crumbs, he said. Goodbye, little mouse. And off he slid to his log pile house. You see, said Mouse. I told you so. Amazing, said the Gruffalo. They walked some more till the Gruffalo said, I hear a hoot in the trees ahead. It's Owl, said Mouse. Why, Owl, hello. Owl took one look at the Gruffalo. Oh dear, he said. Goodbye, little mouse. And off he flew to his treetop house. You see, said Mouse. I told you so. Astounding, said the Gruffalo. They walked some more till the Gruffalo said, I hear feet on the path ahead. It's Fox, said the mouse. Why, Fox, hello. Fox took one look at the Gruffalo. Oh, help, he said. Goodbye, little mouse. And off he ran to his underground house. Well, Gruffalo, said the mouse, you see, everyone is afraid of me. But now my tummy's beginning to rumble, and my favorite food is Gruffalo crumble. Gruffalo crumble, the Gruffalo said, and quick as the wind he turned and fled. Wow, that mouse scared everyone. All was quiet in the deep dark wood. Mouse found a nut, and the nut was good. The end. Okay, I love that story, and I thought after reading that story, I'd introduce you to a couple characters from the story. I have a couple live animals. These are native to Michigan. I'll talk to you about them. If you have any questions, you can comment. I'll try to answer any questions you put up. But first, let me get an animal. Okay. So, and I hope everyone loved that book. I so enjoy reading it. Okay. So, here we are. See if we can get a good picture of this guy. I brought an eastern garter snake with me. Okay? Make sure you can see it. He is, I'll move back a little bit. He's about 2 feet long. actually saying I believe it's a big girl. The girl garter snakes are a little bigger than the boys. This is really pretty. I don't know if you can see the colors, but they definitely have stripes. There's a little red between the scales. Gorgeous snake. This is the most common snake that you're going to find in Michigan. And the reason it is the most common is because when it comes to eating food, this snake is a generalist. That means this snake eats anything it believes it can swallow. Okay? It only eats living things. It doesn't know it's food unless it's moving. That's how it chooses to eat. Okay? Now, when I said it could eat everything, or that it believes it can swallow, okay, well, first of all, if you look at that head, it's not too big. But a snake can swallow items twice the size of his head. So this snake could easily swallow that little mouse from the Gruffalo book, because how that works, how it can swallow it, it's his jaws dislocate and allow his mouth to open super wide, okay? And his teeth all point backwards, and that helps him he actually kind of walks the food into his mouth. His jaws work independently, okay? So this snake would eat, if he got a big meal like a mouse, he probably wouldn't have to eat. We only feed him once a week. Okay, so that big meal takes a while to digest. Okay, so besides eating little mice, you might find a garter snake. Oh, and let me be clear on that name. His name is garter. Okay, Garter. A lot of people call them gardener snakes or garden snakes, which is a good name because you might find one in your garden. But the official name is garter. There really are no gardener or garden snakes. Those are just, it's just a confusing name. A garter, what we believe it was named after was, in olden times, men had saggy socks, and they used garters to hold up their socks. And the garters actually had similar colors to this snake and had stripes on them because they wanted their garters to look nice. It was an elastic strap around their calf. And I think some garter-wearing scientist said, hey, that snake looks just like my garter. And that's how it got its name. So anyway, now this snake, like I said, you'll find it in your garden. And what he's looking for in your garden to eat, he loves earthworms. Okay? Really enjoys eating earthworms. You might find him down by a pond where he's looking for toads, mostly frogs. He likes tadpoles, and he'll also eat fish. We occasionally feed them fish. We put fish in their water bowls, and they just slide their head back and forth with their mouth open until they hit something and they bite down on it. So yeah, this snake likes to eat everything that it can find. So like I said, rodents and no insects really, but yeah, you'll find it everywhere in Michigan. Okay, very cool, very common and wonderful snake. Snakes are very important. It's good to have snakes around your house. If you have snakes outside your house, that means you'll have less mice in your house. They're the main reason for rodent control. And if we lost all snakes, we'd be pretty sorry about having all kinds of rodents. So, really pretty snake. There's tons of different subspecies of this snake. So they can they have many different patterns. It's usually the stripe and checkerboard, but I've seen snakes that are, some have a lot more red in them than others. So it's just like people have different color hair or a complete lack of hair like myself. Snakes can look different depending on where they live. It might behoove them, it might be better for them if they're darker, because then they'll hide. This pattern on this snake is wonderful camouflage. Now, snakes in Michigan, none of them are interested in attacking us, okay? That's not what snakes want. They can't eat us. We're too big for them. And by biting us, they could get hurt. So no snake is interested in you. They don't chase people, even blue racers, which people say chase them all the time. Typically with blue racers, they're just trying to get to their hole and you're between them and it. But yeah, snakes want to slither away. If you notice, when you come upon snakes in the wild, they just want to go away. So if you pick one up, of course, you may get bit. Garter snakes aren't very aggressive, but that doesn't mean I have been bit by garter snakes, and their teeth are tiny. Look at the size of his head. Do you think his teeth are like 2 inches long like that? Or 1 inch long? No, they're tiny. They're about 1/16 of an inch. Okay? So as far as teeth go, I'm much more afraid of the teeth in my 3-year-old's mouth than the teeth in this snake. Okay? So, beautiful animal. Okay. So no questions about this animal. I am going to now bring out another animal. Okay. Let me put him back. Give me one moment, please. Okay. Now, this was another one of our animals. Whoa, look at you. Okay. You're trying to be really big and scary. Okay. Okay, are you ready for this guy? Take a look. Okay, let's see if I can get him to, I don't know if I can get him to face you at all. He wants to see me. Okay, so that's the backside of a screech owl. Can you, okay. There's his face. Okay, this is one of our screech owls. It's an eastern screech owl. Remember that the garter snake was an eastern garter snake too? Okay, how that works, when you hear that there's a direction in front of an animal's name, so there's almost always an animal with the opposite direction. So this is an eastern screech owl, and there's also a western screech owl, which lives mostly, the western lives mostly west of the Mississippi. This is a very common owl in our area. We have 3 common owls in our area here that would all be interested in a mouse lunch, like in the book The Gruffalo. Okay, our three most common owls in Michigan. Of the 11 total, we have 11 different owls in Michigan. Is that amazing? Wow, and you hardly ever see them because they're up later than us. Well, the three most common are great horned owls, barred owls, and these little screech owls. Now these screech owls, this screech owl comes in 2 different flavors. This is a red one, and they also come in gray. In Michigan, the gray variety is much more popular. You just keep moving. Okay, yeah, trying to fly away. Okay, he is actually fully flighted. Okay, turn around. Okay, hold on. Yep, you get to see his pretty wings there. Okay, he is, this is a full-grown eastern screech owl. And you'll notice he's missing his left eye. That is why we have him here at the Outdoor Discovery Center. The reason we're able to have animals like this is we are permitted by our kids. Permits are like licenses, like your parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles. They have driver's licenses to drive a car. We have animal licenses to show these animals. We actually will take care of this animal for the rest of its life. That injury of a lost eye prevents him from being able to be released back into the wild. So he's a permanent resident here. We will take care of him. In fact, we give him the best life we possibly can. He gets fed every day. He gets 2 doctor visits a year. I only get 1, so he's got slightly better coverage than I do. We have some wonderful veterinarians that volunteer their time with us and take care of our birds and all of our snakes. And remember, I said we have 20 different birds here to come out and view for free. So anyway, this bird, this bird, full grown, he weighs about 4 ounces. So that's about as much as a donut, okay? But as far as donuts go, this would be the fiercest donut you ever came across. This bird actually eats animals bigger than it, okay? So it's no problem for this little 6-inch tall bird to eat a mourning dove. They eat blue jays. Blue jays, the bully of the bird feeder, no problem for this bird of prey. Okay. They also eat grouse. I don't know if any of you are aware what grouse are, but grouse are a native bird in Michigan that looks kind of like a chicken. So over twice the size of this bird, and they actually eat it. So pretty cool. I also use the term bird of prey. Now, birds of prey are a special group of birds, and they have 3 physical characteristics that only they have, and that's what makes them birds of prey. So, the one answer, when I ask kids that question, what's a bird of prey? I usually get the answer, they eat prey, they eat other animals. Well, there's a lot of birds that do, but they're not birds of prey. Because like robins eat other animals, right? They eat worms, okay? And bluebirds eat insects. Even hummingbirds eat insects, but they're not birds of prey. See, what birds of prey have that make them special are they have sharp hooked beaks. They have sharp talons on their feet. And check out his eyes. They have keen eyesight. This bird, if you look at that, look at how large that eye is compared to the size of his head. That's a gigantic eye, which helps him see at night. He can see very well during the day. He just really doesn't see in color because at nighttime you don't see color. And we have 2 kinds of cells in our eyes. One that sees color, the cones, and one that sees shades of gray and movement, the rods. So owls, virtually all the cells in the back of their eye are rods. So they can't see color, but they can see fine enough. Okay, so bird of prey, hooked beak, sharp talons, keen eyesight, and they're also, most of the birds of prey are also known as raptors. Okay, raptors, the word raptor means to grasp, and birds of prey catch their prey with their feet. Okay, that's pretty amazing. Think about the other birds I mentioned before. Robins, bluebirds, and hummingbirds all catch their prey with their beaks. Birds of prey catch it with their feet, with their talons. So pretty amazing. Owls are super cool. They have special feathers that allow them to fly virtually silently. You'll notice that all the flapping he's done really hasn't made a whole lot of noise. That allows them to sneak up on animals at night. Animals don't even know they're about to be eaten before they get grabbed. Owls actually are really slow. They don't fly fast at all, but they don't need to because they're so quiet. Okay. Oh, I do have a question here. Does our screech owl have a name? This is Eastern screech owl number 9, I think. Okay. We don't give them pet names because it's not a pet. You can't have a screech owl as a pet. You actually can't take any animals out of the wild in Michigan and have them as pets. So we don't name them. Like I said, we care for him. He'll be here the rest of his life. Oh, and like I was saying, they actually live longer here in captivity than they would in the wild. In the wild, he probably lives only 5 to 7 years. And in captivity, I worked with a screech owl that lived till the age of 19. So, and it's because they get fed every day. They don't have to worry about food. If they get sick, we take care of them. In the wild, they don't have anyone to bring them food if they're sick. Or if they get injured, there's no way for them to get food. So our birds have that wonderful health plan, get fed. There's no predators. So they can live a long time with us. As you notice, he spins his head around a lot. He's checking out things. People ask all the time, can owls turn their heads all the way around? Well, turning your head around all the way around is kind of problematic for your spinal cord. Your head might just pop off. So actually, an owl can turn his head around 270 degrees, or 3/4 of the way. So an example of that would be if you were to look all the way over your left shoulder right now, like this, and you turn your head as far as you can to the left, you can see over your left shoulder. An owl that turned his head all the way to the left would go past his left shoulder and could look all the way over his right shoulder, which would be it'd be amazing if people could do that. Well, there's a reason that owls need to be able to move their head that far. Remember I talked about how large his eye was? Okay. So that large eye is so big, it barely fits in that skull. His skull is, his eye is so big, it's just kind of jammed in there. It's not even really round. It's kind of more ovoid, egg-shaped. See, our eye is round, and there's muscles behind it that move it. So we can look up and down and right and left without moving our head. This owl, his eyes are so big, there's no room for muscles behind his eyes. So his eyes are always in that fixed position. So for him to look at different things, he has to move his head. Okay, pretty cool. Just amazing animal. Well, I'd like to thank you all for having me read a story to you today. I really enjoyed it. I love Gruffalo. It's one of my favorite books to read to my son, I've read it actually to hundreds of kids now because I just love it, and its use of wild animals that I can share. So thanks again. And when you get a chance, please come and visit us at the Outdoor Discovery Center. Come say hi to Mr. Tom. That's what I'm known around these parts as. And yeah, thanks. We're just at the south side of Holland. Everyone have a great day.